Everyone, so this is today's newspaper analysis, 20 March 2026 Friday, the Indian Express. तो आज का हेडलाइन है ईरान स्ट्राइक्स गल्फ एनर्जी फैसिलिटीज शॉक वेव्स हिट ग्लोबल इकोनॉमी. तो वी आर स्टिल स्ट्रगलिंग विद द chaos in the Middle East. So Israel will not attack Iranian gas field again, says Trump. तो ये सब ठीक है, अब क्या ही कर सकते हैं हम लोग. इसका बहुत सारा इम्पैक्ट है जो हमारे इकोनॉमी पे फील हो रहा है. सो हम लोग को एग्ज़ाम पर्सपेक्टिव से वो सब देखना है. ओके, लेट्स मूव अहेड. पीएम टॉक्स टू वेस्ट एशिया लीडर स्लैम स्ट्राइक्स ऑन एनर्जी हब्स. तो हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने बात की है वेस्ट एशिया के लीडर से और उनको बोला है कि जो भी एनर्जी और हब पे जो स्ट्राइक हो रहा है तो ये बिल्कुल भी स्टेबल वर्ल्ड ऑर्डर के लिए सही नहीं है. और इंडिया स्टैंड्स विद पीस. और इंडिया ऐसा चाहता है कि पीस एंड डायलॉग से हमारा सारा प्रॉब्लम, जो भी प्रॉब्लम है उसको सॉल्व किया जाए रादर देन वॉर से. कभी भी किसी का अच्छा नहीं हुआ है, नहीं हो सकता है. यहाँ पे है राजनाथ सिंह मस्ट इमर्जेस एज अ ड्रोन मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हब. तो इन्होंने कहा है कि स्ट्रेसिंग ऑन द अर्जेंट नीड टू बिल्ड अ ड्रोन प्रोडक्शन इकोसिस्टम इन इंडिया to ensure the strategic autonomy. Defense Minister Rajnath Singh on Thursday said that the country must work in a mission mode to emerge as a global hub of indigenous drone manufacturing over the next few years. Speaking in the inaugural session of the two-day National Defense Industries Conclave in Delhi, he made a note of ongoing Russia-Ukraine and Iran-Israel conflicts to emphasize on the need of drones and counter-drone technologies in future warfare. Today, as the world is watching the conflict invoking Russia and Ukraine along with the Iran and Israel, we can clearly see the extremely significant role of drone and counter drone technologies in future warfare. He said that adding there is need to build such a drone manufacturing ecosystem in India in which we are completely self reliant. तो ऑब्वियसली अब जो भी सिचुएशन है वर्ल्ड का, हम लोग यही लेसन ले सकते हैं कि वी नीड टू बी सेल्फ रिलायंट, आत्मनिर्भर बनना पड़ेगा. क्योंकि आप अभी एक जो ट्रस्ट होता है वो ब्रेक हो गया है दुनिया में कि आप अलाई पे भी ट्रस्ट नहीं कर सकते हो. और डिफेंस में और बजट एलोकेट होगा क्योंकि सारे कंट्रीज़ को होगा कि अपना कंट्रीज़ को सेव करना है. तो ओके, मूविंग अहेड. Ras Laffan attacks deepens the India's worries over LNG. So the Ras Laffan hit is of a particular significance, not just the global LNG flows, but also for India, which is grappling with the LPG supply crisis. Energy facilitates in the crosshairs. एनर्जी डिपेंडेंस इंडिया का बहुत ज़्यादा है. कतर इज़ द इंडियाज़ लार्जेस्ट सोर्स ऑफ LNG. इंडिया डिपेंड्स ऑन LNG imports to meet roughly half of its natural gas demand. More than 2/5 of the country's LNG comes from Qatar, almost all from Ras Laffan. तो इसको हम लोग मैप में देखते कहाँ है, वेयर इज़ दैट, अच्छा ये रहा, यहाँ पे अटैक हुआ है, यहाँ पे ईरान है, यहाँ पे स्ट्रेट ऑफ हॉर्मुज़ है, यहाँ पे जो रेड से है वो अटैक बाय ईरान है, और जो ब्लू से अटैक बाय यूएसए एंड इज़राइल है। ठीक है, ये जो रेड वाला है यहाँ पे ईरान ने अटैक किया है, ये सब जगह पे कुवैत, सऊदी अरेबिया, कतर, यूएई एंड अबू धाबी, ये सब पे ईरान ने किया है। और जो भी ब्लू से है इस तरफ तेहरान पे, ईरान पे, वो यूएसए ने और इज़राइल ने किया है। Okay, so look at this. Notably, US President Donald Trump said that Washington did not have any advanced knowledge of the Israeli attack on the South Pars gas field, and Qatar was not involved either. Trump even declared that Israel will no longer attack the South Pars unless Iran attacks a very innocent Qatar. But he also warned Iran that if it attacked Qatar's LNG facilities, the US would blow up the eternity of the South Pars gas field. सो बेसिक दे आर जस्ट प्लेइंग द ब्लेम गेम कि वो मुझे नहीं पता है, इज़राइल ने कर दिया, अब नहीं होगा. Qatar has already suspended LNG production at the facility following an attack evidently smaller in scale than the recent strikes. Earlier this month, experts had expected that LNG flows from the Ras Laffan to were reinstated swiftly once the war ended. Still, with the extensive damage from the latest strikes now being reported, it remains unclear how long it will take for LNG supplies to normalize. A statement from Qatar Energy said Ras Laffan was targeted with missiles, causing a sizable fires and extensive damages. There have been no reports of any injuries given the facility. ठीक है, कोई इंजरी नहीं हुआ, बट energy security is right now a very concerning thing, topic of concern. Qatar is the largest import source of LNG. India depends on LNG or import of to meet roughly half of its natural gas demand. More than 2/5 of LNG comes from Qatar. Most of all comes from Ras Laffan. तो इसके चलते बहुत सारा चीज़, जैसे कि मिडिल ईस्ट से हम लोग फर्टिलाइज़र भी एक्सपोर्ट करते हैं, गैस जो हमारा है वो करते हैं. इसके चलते बहुत सारे फैक्ट्रीज़ काम नहीं कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि हम लोग को भी डोमेस्टिकली ही थोड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो रहा है. तो हम लोग अभी कॉमर्शियल लेवल पे गैस का यूज़ नहीं कर सकते, जिसके चलते बहुत सारे लोग की जॉब्स खतरे में है. बहुत सारा अभी जो इंडस्ट्रीज़ है, फैक्ट्रीज़ है, वो चल नहीं पा रही, वो काम नहीं कर रही है. So it will give a huge blow to the economy. India's dependence on the strait for LNG and liquefied gas supply is greater than crude. Okay, crude से ज़्यादा. तो अभी हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि क्रूड ऑयल का उतना ज़्यादा प्रॉब्लम नहीं हुआ है. मेन प्रॉब्लम हो गया LPG का और LNG का, तो क्योंकि हम लोग ज़्यादा डिपेंडेंट है. Roughly 60% of India's LNG imports come through the Strait of Hormuz. The figure is staggering. 90% for LPG, as evident of LPG supply crisis in the country already grappling with. ओके, ठीक है, अब आगे बढ़ते हैं. तो यहाँ पे है एक citing equality SC scraps the age limit for maternity leaves in adoptions. The Supreme Court on Tuesday struck down a rule denied maternity leave for a woman adopting children older than 3 months. The bench, comprising Justice J.P. Pardiwala and R. Mahadevan, held that the 3 months age limit created a artificial distinction, and the women adopting older children are similarly situated in the terms of their roles. Mothers who adopt a child shall be entitled to the benefit roll for a period of 12 weeks from the date the child is handed over to her. In doing so, the court addressed the broader question of what the law recognizes as a motherhood. The Maternity Benefit Act 1961 and its successor, the Code of Social Security 2020, were both amended to include the adoptive mothers within the scope of maternity leave. However, petitioner argued that the 3 month gap was artificial and violative of Article 14 or the right of equality before the law. Government responded by saying that the women adopting older children could use the creche facilities. Notably, the statutory obligation to provide such facilities arises only when there are 50 or more employees. The bench noted that the children raised in the institutions often show high level of stress, underlining the need of care. Going beyond biology, it relied on the meaning of maternity as the state of being a mother, not something tied to only childbirth. The bench also cited research to underline the early caregiving is crucial for a child's emotional development. Okay. Um, Impossible criteria. Under the Juvenile Justice Care and Protection of Children Act 2015 and the Central Adoption Regulations, a child cannot be placed for adoption until they have a legally free. The declaration takes time. If biological parents surrender a child, law gives them a mandatory 2 month window to reconsider. For orphan children below the age of 2, authorities must first spend at least 2 months tracing the biological parents. The bench held by the time that the child is legally placed with the adoptive mother, the statutory age limit would be most cases stand exhausted, calling the benefit largely inaccessible in practice. तो होता क्या है ना कि यहाँ पे था कि 3 मंथ से अगर ज़्यादा का बच्चा अडॉप्ट कर रहे हैं तो आपको मैटरनिटी बेनिफिट नहीं मिलेगा, ऐसा था. बट इसको हटा दिया गया कि आपको मिलेगा, क्योंकि मदरहुड का जो मतलब है वो सिर्फ चाइल्ड बर्थ से नहीं है. इट इज़ अ स्टेट ऑफ बीइंग मदर. ये एक इमोशनल जो इमोशनल कनेक्ट होता है उसको डेवलप कराना, एक बच्चे का जो चाइल्ड का इमोशनल डेवलपमेंट है उसके लिए क्रूशियल है. तो उसके लिए ज़रूरी है कि मदर को मिले मैटरनिटी लीव. और 2 मंथ तो बहुत ही कम होता है अडॉप्ट करने के लिए, क्योंकि उसमें अगर किसी बच्चे को अडॉप्ट करना है तो वो बच्चा लीगली फ्री होना चाहिए, और वो जो डिक्लेरेशन है उसमें समय लगता है. और अगर कहीं ऑर्फन बच्चा मिलता है तो 2 मंथ तो उसको ट्रेस करने में, उसके बायोलॉजिकल पेरेंट्स को ट्रेस करने में ही लग जाता है. तो बहुत ही कम चांसेस है, बहुत ही रेयर होगा कि अगर बच्चा कोई अडॉप्ट कर रहा है और वो 2 मंथ से भी छोटा हो. And Article 14, a classification between two group is valid only if it rests on the real meaningful distinction and it has rational connection to the law's objective. The court found neither. ठीक है. Purpose of maternity benefits. The court broke down the purpose of maternity leave into the physical recovery after birth, time to develop an emotional bond between the mother and the child, and the process by which the child integrates into the family. For adoptive mothers, the first phase is absent, but the other two may require more effort. The court pointed to Wollstonecraft dilemma, or the tension between expecting women to be caregivers and expecting them to participate equally in the paid work. It also spoke at the length about the need of paternity leave and why the absence is a problem for all, the mother, the father, and the child. Parenthood is not a solitary function performed by one parent, but rather the shared responsibility, the court said. It urged the government, to come up with a provision recognizing paternity leave as a social security benefit. तो जो कोर्ट है उसने कहा है कि जो पेरेंटहुड होता है वो एक सॉलिटरी फंक्शन नहीं होता है, इसमें दोनों पेरेंट्स का एक शेयर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी होता है. और कोर्ट ने ये भी रिक्वेस्ट किया है कि जो गवर्नमेंट है वो कुछ पैटर्निटी लीव के लिए भी को भी कंसिडर करे और इसके लिए भी कुछ प्रोविजंस बनाए। और इसमें ये भी है कि जो भी हमारा पर्पस था मैटरनिटी लीव का, वो हमेशा से उसका दो पार्ट था। एक था कि आपका फिजिकल रिकवरी, मदर का एक फिजिकल रिकवरी होता था, और वो टाइम होता था जब वो बॉन्ड बनाती थी, अपने मदर और चाइल्ड का बॉन्ड बनता था। मगर इसमें जो अडॉप्ट करती है मदर, उसमें वो फिजिकल रिकवरी वाला चीज़ नहीं होता है, मगर इसमें दूसरा वाला ज़रूर होता है, जो कि एक बॉन्ड डेवलप करना माँ और बच्चे के बीच में। और ये वाला अडॉप्टिव में ज़्यादा डिफ़िकल्ट हो जाता है, तो डेफिनेटली उनको मैटर्निटी बेनिफिट मिलना चाहिए। सो दिस इज़ गुड वन, यू कैन यूज़ एग्ज़ाम पर्सपेक्टिव पे ये हो जाएगा। सोशल सिक्योरिटी, द कोड ऑफ सोशल सिक्योरिटी 2020 है, मैटर्निटी बेनिफिट 1961 है। ठीक है, लेट्स मूव अहेड। ये है कि रिसेंटली वी हैव सीन न्यूज़ that motion against speaker, motion against chief election commissioner point to a wider trust deficit. That is the real worry. First, no confident motion against the Lok Sabha speaker and the notice for impeaching the chief election commissioner. Two back-to-back initiatives by the parliamentary opposition need to be seen in the larger context of the health of the democracy rather than the, ठीक है, वाइल इनकम्बेंट। तो बेसिकली ये कह रहा है कि हमारा न्यूज़ में जो भी चीज़ें चल रही हैं, तो आर वी लूजिंग ट्रस्ट इन दीज इंस्टीट्यूशंस जो कि हमारे डेमोक्रेसी के बहुत ज़्यादा क्रूशियल रोल प्ले करते हैं, दैट इज़ स्पीकर एंड चीफ इलेक्शन कमिश्नर। तो व्हाट डज इट शो? इज इट इम्पैक्टिंग द हेल्थ ऑफ आवर डेमोक्रेसी? That is the real worry according to the writer Subhas Palshekar. ओके, आगे बढ़ते हैं। In name of protection, walking back on hard-won rights. So on March 13, the Transgender Person Amendment Bill 2026 was tabled in the Lok Sabha. One provision stands out: far-reaching consequences. A new precise definition who qualifies as a transgender person. In the name of clarity, the bill proposes to significantly narrow the scope of recognition, effectively excluding a large section of community the law seeks to protect. The new definitions limit the transgender identity to three categories: intersex person, individual belonging to certain socio-economic communities such as Hijra, Kinnar, Aravani, etc., forced into the presenting transgender identity conspicuously absent a transgender man. Okay, so basically ये भी bill है, so we'll discuss more about it. The right of privacy guaranteed in the Puttaswamy judgment 2018 में आया था। नालसा वर्सेस यूनियन ऑफ इंडिया केस आया था 2024 में। ठीक है, आगे देखते हैं। ओके, ये है menstrual leave can be disempowering. So this is an article by Rinku Ghosh. So she says that when the Supreme Court struck down a petition to make the paid menstrual leave mandatory at the workplace, arguing that it would only reinforce gender stereotype and biased hiring, there was a subtext intended specifically for women. Chief Justice Suryakant said that such a law would also create a physiological fear or impression among working women that they are less than men. That fear is real in male dominated spaces. For a long time, the argument of menstrual leave has pivoted on the benevolent sexism, which allows the policymakers to believe that they are setting a reformist gender equal agenda. But menstrual leave suggests that the woman requires a special treatment because of their biology, that they are different rather than equal. If anything, it undermines their talent. It perpetuates the feudal thinking that women need to be taken care of for their reproductive health and aren't cut out of a stronger, ambitious roles outside of a motherhood, or that wealth creation is for men while women becomes a complementary human resource and non-performing asset. Let's set this right. Menstruation is a psychological process, not a disease. There is no need for medicalization. Most studies show that approximately 5% of women experience menstruation that is deliberately severe or disrupt their daily lives, such as requiring them to stay at a bed or miss the school or work. A company level intervention and the flexible work hours might be more effective in such cases than mandatory leave. सो आई थिंक ये अच्छा पॉइंट है कि कंपनी को बनाना चाहिए. वी शुड गिव डायरेक्शन, द गवर्नमेंट शुड गिव डायरेक्शन टू दैट कंपनी जो भी है, दैट दे शुड मेक. बहुत सारे कंपनीज में है. L&T हैज़ 1 day लीव, पेड लीव फॉर menstrual लीव फॉर वुमेन, एंड ऑल्सो अदर बिहार में है, उड़ीसा में है. At the time when women are already having a hard time convincing corporate India that they deserve maternity leave and are still being passed over for promotions, milestone projects or benefit menstrual leave could lead to the further discrimination and backlash. Such a policy therefore becomes exclusionary rather than inclusive. The workplace can become more enabling through simple measures like setting a medical or a restroom, vending machine or sanitary napkins, allowing women flexible work options on bad days and letting them to compensate on the good days. Officers can organize workshops with the experts so women can understand their bodies better and understand the importance of cancer screening and chronic illness. In countries that have made menstrual leave on official policy, results have been mixed. Spain has seen low users. In South Korea, the unpaid nature of leave has discouraged participation, and in Zambia, the policy has been abused by some workers as an extra holiday, causing debate among the employers. Closer to the home, in Karnataka, which introduced a paid leave each month, compliance has been mixed. Besides, such rules cannot apply in the unorganized sector, where every single day's wage matter at a time when a woman's participation in the workforce is dipping. No woman laborers wants to pass up a day. Menstrual leave may seem groundbreaking to the policymakers because they become another sop in their welfare efforts, but for women, they can prove gendered and disempowering, risking the reinforcement of the very biases they claim to remedy. तो यू कैन हैव योर ओपिनियन कि देना चाहिए कि नहीं देना चाहिए. इस आर्टिकल में बेसिकली ये लिखा है कि ये थोड़ा सा डिसएम्पावरिंग हो सकता है लुकिंग एट द प्रेजेंट कॉन्टेक्स्ट, जो हमारा प्रेजेंट जो भी सिचुएशन है, दैट फीमेल पार्टिसिपेशन इज़ ऑलरेडी वेरी लो एंड उनको अभी दे आर स्टिल फाइटिंग फॉर द मैटर्निटी लीव. तो अब उनको मतलब मेंस्ट्रुअल लीव भी चाहिए, तो उसको कोई क्यों ही हायर करेगा. तो उसके हिसाब से है, तो इसमें ये रिक्वेस्ट कर सकते हैं कि कंपनी अपना पॉलिसी बना ले एंड दे कैन हैव वर्क प्लेस, मतलब वो ज़्यादा इन्वायरमेंट में बेसिकली मेडिकल रूम, रेस्ट रूम, सैनिटरी नैपकिन ये सब अलाउ कर सकते हैं और एक वर्कशॉप ऑर्गेनाइज कर सकते हैं, एक्सपर्ट्स को बुला सकते हैं, सो दैट women can get benefit from those workshop and understand their bodies better, and can take care of their bodies, and they can go through this cancer screening and chronic illness. So I think the points are valid. Okay, moving ahead. This is about World Happiness Report flags social media's negative impact. Finland happiest. So again, Finland ने टॉप कर लिया है. Heavy social media use contributes to a stark decline in well-being among the youth people, with the effects of particularly worrying in the teenage girls. The annual report published by the Bellwing Research has also found that Finland is the happiest land in the world by the ninth, with the Nordic countries such as Iceland, Denmark, Sweden ranking in the top 10. It highlighted how life evaluations among the under 25-year-old in the United States, Canada, Australia, New Zealand had dropped significantly over the past decades, and suggested that long hours spent scrolling through social media are the key factors in the trend. A new entry to the top 5 list is Costa Rica, which climbed 4th place this year, rising from 23rd place. The report attributes that the well-being boost from family bonds and other social connections. We think it's because of the quality of the social lives and stability that currently enjoy. The report said Finland and other northern European countries' steady ranking on the top is related to the combination of wealth, its equal distribution, and having a welfare state that protects people from the risk of recessions and a healthy life expectancy. This Finnish President Alexander Stubb reacting Thursday to his country being the first place again, saying that I do not think there is a magic potion, but it helps to have a society which strives towards freedom, equality, and justice. As in the previous years, nation in or near zones of major conflict remain at the foot of the ranking. Afghanistan ranked the unhappiest country, followed by the Sierra Leone and Malawi. Country ranking were based on the answers given by around 1 lakh people in 140 countries and the territories who were asked to rate their own lives. The study was done in the partnership with the analytics from Gallup and UN Sustainable Development Solutions Network. In most countries, 1,000 people are contacted by telephone or face to face each year. Respondents were asked to evaluate their life on a scale of 0 to 10. Among them, 25 English speaking and Western European countries, that score dropped by almost 1 point over the past decade. Okay, it said that the most problematic platforms are those algorithmic feeds featuring influencers and where the main material is visual. Okay, so this is about panic booking. थोड़ा कम हो गया है, so better situation. Okay, so this was today's newspaper. Thank you.